And we continue our Black History tribute. Fitzgerald Washington, the first Black labor secretary for the state of Alabama, a position he held for 10 years, also making him the longest serving labor secretary. Well, I sat down with Fitz to talk about his accomplishments and what it means to be a history maker. Fitzgerald Washington was the first Black and longest-serving labor secretary in history for the state of Alabama. He was appointed in 2014 by former Governor Robert Bentley, then appointed twice by Governor Kay Ivey.
An amazing staff, and my moniker has always been, life is about the journey, not the destination. And we accomplished a lot of things during my tenure.
One that Washington is most proud of, the state's unemployment rate.
Our state experienced the lowest unemployment rate in state's history. More people have jobs now than ever before in state's history. And so those are just a few of the milestones that we accomplished.
Under Washington's direction, the Alabama Department of Labor launched an extensive statewide marketing campaign to raise awareness about employment opportunities and also creating initiatives that brought job fairs to communities across the entire state.
So it was the opportunity for us to go out and do outreach. One of the things I noticed when I was first appointed was that there were a lot of resources in our toolbox. And I felt like people did not know what resources that we had to offer. And so we wanted to take state government where the people were. And so we went on a very successful job fair initiative.
Starting out in rural counties.
To give folks in these rural counties an opportunity to get connected to the workforce.
Washington says the biggest challenge he faced as labor commissioner was during the COVID-19 pandemic. He said 25% of the state's workforce was laid off through no fault of their own. One program he launched was to push out to see who was eligible for unemployment benefits and who received those benefits. He said the staff under his leadership was amazing in terms of stepping up and responding to the enormous demand.
We had to be visionaries. So we met on a regular basis trying to figure out how do we refine our system to make sure we got up those much needed benefits to those who actually needed it.
He says he's proud that Alabama performed in the top tier in terms of how the state processed those payments better than any other state in the nation. A job well done. Washington retired in October of 2024 after serving as labor commissioner for more than a decade.
And I felt like my season had come to an end, and God was saying, we want to increase your territory to impact another group of people.
The opportunity came from Washington to rejoin Buffalo Rock as Director of External Affairs and Community Engagement, which will allow him to continue the work he was doing on the state level.
So from a policy standpoint, when it comes to external affairs, I would be the liaison in terms of making sure that Buffalo Rock is positioned positively when policy comes up that would impact the company in a very strong way.
Washington says his retirement lasted only 3 months. He said every day felt like Saturday. Now, Fitzgerald's new gig at Buffalo Rock is pretty sweet. Now, I was able to tour the facility, and let me just say, it looks like a vacation resort.